Alrighty. So, I'm going to teach you how to do an orphix and a volatile mission. So let's get that done. We'll start with the orphix. So, orphix missions require you to have a properly modded
Get the hell out.
necromech. Now, bring something with a necromech that has radiation and cold because orphixes are vulnerable to radiation and cold due to them being sentient. Really good thing to bring to an orphix mission is the Fluctus because it hits the pylons for walls. Another good thing is, I rarely say this, but Bone Widow is really good here because Bone Widow allows you to hit the orphix even while it's sealed. But if you want to do a lot of damage to it very quickly, you can also bring Void Ring. I highly suggest bringing a frame that provides energy outside the field because you cannot go inside the field as your Warframe. What I also highly suggest is bringing the Visor Prototype because of its Mycelium mod. That mod allows it to heal your Necromech.
It's down. Good work.
It's like, since Necromechs are terrible when it comes to energy, because they do not get energy from any source other than Necromech Rage, it is best to bring a frame that can provide energy, like Hildren's 4, or some other frames. Hildren forces enemies to drop energy per enemy trapped in her force, so just bring her. Combat Discipline can also heal the Necromechs.
Get to popping resonators, then you could tackle the big guy. Big nasty on the scope.
That's how you just
Good
do an
job.
orphix.
They felt that back in town.
When I'm done completing the orphix mission, I will show you my build for my orphix, and I'll show you the build for, well, my orphix Venom build, because I was there for the orphix Venom event. And I will show you my build for the fucking... I was gonna say the build that I use for my orphix missions, and also I'll show you my railjack build and all that. Though I do need to update a few things to get it ready for Steel Path Railjack. Because I am not a fan of Railjack. At all. It is a game mode I do not like. There we go.
That should give us some breathing space.
A little tip I can give you about Corpus Railjack is, well, yes, you can't Omni.
Through extraction when you feel the need.
You technically can Omni. In some missions, you can Omni in Railjack by just going straight to the door. Like, even if Omni is disabled. Like, if it's a Corpus mission like this, I can just do that.
Let's go.
And then I can Omni to the door.
Orphix pulses have flatlined. Nice. Moving on.
I'm not really going to show you how to do like a defense or exterminate or anything basic like that, because I'm going to be honest, if you can do an exterminate or a defense or a spy in a regular mission, I am pretty sure you're capable of doing it in Railjack. It's the same thing. There is no difference between it on Railjack and it and actual mission. None at all. It is quite literally a direct copy. So, if you're wondering what my build is, here's my build for Railjack. You can also bring this. And there you go. And then this is the plating that I use. Because it has the most health regeneration. Out of all the platings. And I just use this reactor because it gives you battle mod strength, range, and duration in one. Which is very nice. Most run the blue one. I personally prefer the strength, range, and duration in one. As for armaments, either use this or use the Photar because it can hit through shields. And then use either the Vort or some other one. And this is a tracking missile, so it's just great for that. As for my build from a Railjack Actual, here it is, Ironclad Matrix, Scourging Warheads, which is really good because you can just do this to insta-destroy shields on cruise ships and barrier shields. Or you can do Shutter Burst. Defense fire, maximum shields per enemy killed, so my thing's more tanky. Ordnance damage, Revel Reducer, so Revelite. Port artillery damage. Turret critical damage, Cosmic Nuzzle, so my Railjack moves faster. And artillery cheap shot. There you go. And then my Blackout Pulse is so I can lock a cruise ship in place or just disable some enemy systems. Shatter Burst is just so I can destroy rocks, objectives outside the outside on like buildings and that, or just destroy the shields. And then Secret Volley is just a horde clear. And then my tactical, well, Death Blossom, so I don't have cooldowns on my weapons. Breach quota to prevent a hull breach. Say I'm in someone else's Railjack and they aren't very leveled, I can pause it, and also it's good for my Railjack if it somehow takes heavy damage. Oh no, I just click that and my engineer handles it. And then Void Cloak is good if you're parking. And then intrinsics, I have everything except for Gunnery maxed. Now you're like, why? That is because if I max out Gunnery, I will lose DPS. Turret will aim to snap the lead indicator for 3 seconds, but turrets overheat 20% faster. Which I don't want. And then here's my on-call weapon. If you were curious about my on-calls are, there you go. And then here's my on-calls, my crewmate's Ogress. And then here's my, and I'm just gonna give, and then this is my crewmate's gun. He rarely shows up, so yeah. Alright, let's go do a volatile mission now. But I have to show you the build for my Void Rig. Here's my Void Rig build. Here's my Fluctus build. Here's my Orphix, Arcubex, which I'm gonna go and trade that to Gas One because I'm gonna be helping a friend with an ETA later on. So I'm gonna change out the gas. And then I'm gonna go and switch to Bone Widow. And here's my Bone Widow's Orphix melee. The reason why Bone Widow is so helpful, the rare time I will actually admit Bone Widow is useful, is because again, she can hit the Orphix even when it's closed. So she is really, really good. She is really, really, really good for that. That she can hit the Orphix even when it's closed. So that is very, very good. And then, yeah, just use Hildren's for outside of an Orphix field. And then when you come back to the Orphix field, free energy. Combat Discipline heals the mech, and so does this mod. So you basically just have a medic dog. Which was really good during Orphix Venom. Alright. Now it's a Railjack. Here's my Sentinel. And then here is my Sentinel gun. Amisha is really good for Arcwing because of the 4, the free, the 2 being basically Meg's Bubble and Will of Light together, and the 1 being quite literally Revenant's Mesmer skin, but all you have to do is just click on an ally and it applies to it, or an objective, like a defense objective or something. On top of the fact that Amisha's 1 is also ability nullification immune, so it makes it arguably one of the best for the guilty. Here's my Arc Melee. And then here is my Arc Gun. Here's Bits of Ribbon, here you go. And then Hildren is my pilot, not only because she's my main, but also because I have unlimited energy because of shields. And if my shields hit 0, it's not a big deal because I can click literally 1 button and I get my shields to full. Now you're like, can't you just click Pillage? Well, yes, but actually no. Hildren cannot steal enemies out flying around while she's piloting. Pillage does nothing if she's in the pilot seat. So, while Pillage is actually really good with Hild because it's the entire point of her kit, it does literally nothing if you're in the pirate seat, also known as the pilot seat of the Railjack. So, yeah, you probably want to be running rebuild shields like me, because you can just click rebuild shields and be instantly at max shields again, and then you can just start spamming your shit again. You could also take Lavos because the abilities run on cooldowns, or you could take something like Stynax where every time you kill an enemy you get energy back. Then you could run something like an energy arcane battery build, or a massive energy max build. Or what you could do is you could run something like Protea or Noko Subsume. So we'll get up to this Railjack and you'll see what I mean by you can just destroy the generator on it. It's like you see how there's a bunch of shields all around it, right? Just do that. And now I can't fight back.
Launch. Bring me
And then you
that
can just do
rail
that.
gun.
And now it has no shield. And then you just come down here. And you just dome charge it. And if something gets on your ship,
On board. Location marked.
it is your job as
Alert resolved.
the captain to go and
Orders repelled. Back to work.
shoot them the door, basically.
I want torpedoes armed and dispatched now.
And this is another thing why Shatterburst is good. Because you can destroy objectives like that.
Marines to
I didn't even
cruise
have to
hangar bay
do
on the
much
double.
for that security job.
Immediate launch.
A nearby Corpus officer carries credentials that would make this job easier. Just saying. They called some friends. Enemy cruise ship has punched in.
Ice driver. Target railjack. Stop them in their tracks.
Comet shard. Direct hit. Railjack slowed. Engines locked.
Torpedoes locked. Target in range. Firing.
And then we go in here.
Boarding successful. Kill that ice driver.
We'll kill the ice driver and then we'll do volatile. Which volatile is quite literally just alchemy.
We are free.
Except
Engines
instead
on.
of throwing amphors into a fucking crucible, all you do is just prevent the pipe from overheating and kill any fucker that tries to stop you from doing that job.
Countermeasures. Progress halted. Please assist.
Disruption pulse successful.
Jamming drones. Yay.
Torpedoes primed. Stand by to salvage the remains. Fry them to a crisp. Those drones were our data grid's best defense.
Progress halted. Jamming drones.
You were supposed to keep those jamming drones operational.
There you go.
Jamming drones. Yay.
Arm the warheads. Fireful salvo. Take them down.
I was gonna say, if
Why
I
is
don't
their
kill it
signal no longer blocked?
with a funny heavy attack, my sentinel will kill it. I could shoot it with my primary. Like, I have Latron. I have
Progress
Angstrom.
halted.
I just prefer
Jamming
heavy
drones.
attacking it with my favorite melee because I just find it funny.
Agent in the
Oh,
zone.
no.
Intruder signal blocked.
I just like walking up the thing and just heavy attacking it to death.
Done. One last thing. Get
My
to the
sentinel killed him.
override terminal.
Like, I either kill him with my weapon or my sentinel will.
Arm the warheads. Fireful salvo. Take them
And then
down.
extra.
Ice driver down.
Launch whatever fighters we've still got.
Priority targets neutralized. Next up, capital ship.
I was gonna say, you could just throw a Shatter Burst right here and just destroy everything right there. And so they stop shooting. And done.
Reactor invulnerable to our artillery. Recalibrate reactor to render it vulnerable. Reactor console on scope. You will need to gain access without security codes. The hard way. Corpus engineers will attempt to make it harder.
Tenno have somehow been allowed to board us. Unacceptable. Wipe them out.
Reactor heating up. Keep heat levels within specified parameters. Target vents when necessary to balance thermal load. Vent destroyed. Pressure dropping. Core heat dropping. Corpus engineers inbound.
And this is what you do. You just go and destroy the vents, and you also prevent the Corpus from interacting with the panels. That's all it is. That's how you do volatile. And that's how you do orphix. Is you do destroy the orphix with your necromech and destroy the pylons with the fluctus for walls. And then volatile is you just overheat the ship, but don't go past the bar that he sets for you in the corner there. And destroy pipes to prevent going past that bar, and if an enemy spawns with a red marker, kill that fucker so he doesn't interact with the panel. Simple as that.
Engineers inbound.
I'm not going to really show you how to do a defense or a spy or exterminate because I'm going to be fucking honest. If you know how to do them on Ray Chart, you sure as fuck know how to do them on Railjack. They're the same game mode. Nothing changed with them. And an anomaly game mode is just a sentient mission.
Vent immediately. Corpus engineers inbound. Core
But
stabilizing.
that sentient
Vent
mission
shaft open.
anomaly is
Reactor
just
heat
exterminate but
dropping.
with sentience.
Reactor recalibration complete.
Now you can see I can't recall to my Railjack. That's not really an
Jab.
issue because,
You will
again,
have to arc wing.
like I showed at the orphix part of the video, what I can do is just walk to extract and then warp into Railjack. Making that kind of irrelevant.
Corpus pillar toppled. Mission complete. Sub-reactors on scope. Forward artillery. Hit those targets.
Yeah, so now all you have to do for volatile is just destroy the marked targets with forward artillery. Which just means I just come down here and make a dome charge. What I could also do is while I'm down here, I could probably make like give myself more hull. Like I could do that, but it's a waste because my railjack can just heal anyway. And when the mission ends, I'm going to get my health back anyway, so it doesn't matter. I can also just spam Shattered and destroy all the turrets. Yeah, see, I'm gonna get my health back anyway. So it's like, oh no. That doesn't really matter. It's kind of hard to really care about damage to my character when, yeah. I can just complete the objective and it doesn't matter. Yeah, there you go. That's how you just do a railjack. Yeah, there you go.
Dropping Tenno out of airlock.
That's how you do the railjack mission, so you're ready for Steel Path Railjack.